Yeah, I'll first just say, just to provide some context for those that have never listened to me or heard my story, I've had a really interesting opportunity over the last, I'd say 12 months in particular, to have one-on-one conversations with the CEO of Rivian. I've had one-on-one conversations with the CEO of Bollinger Motors, as well as the CEO of Porsche North America, and it's been really interesting to get their perspectives on things. I think there's when Tesla first started, you have to remember, like, what everyone sees right now is a 370 plus mile Model S and a 325 plus mile Model X and 300 plus mile Model 3. But that's not where Tesla started in the very beginning. You look at the Roadster and it was somewhere around 240 miles. And with that context, you have to sort of use that as your basis for some of these other automakers that are putting out maybe less than expected or less than desired range. So they don't get a free pass, but it's important to keep in mind that these companies are where Tesla was in 2006, 7, and 8. They've got a lot of work to do, and at least right now have a lot of money to invest into the R&D piece of it. I think it's critical for them to double, triple, quadruple down on their battery electric technologies so that they're not too far behind Tesla. And every day, every month that they don't have a competitive vehicle to Tesla is just that much greater of a chance that they might not exist in 5 to 10 years.
Right. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, Tesla's, like you mentioned, they've come from, this 200 plus mile vehicle. It was still so far ahead of the competition back then. I mean, why do you think that they're the number one sellers of EVs worldwide? I mean, it just boggles my mind that so many competitors, they couldn't even make a vehicle. I mean, they still can't even make a vehicle good enough as a 2012 Model S, or with the amount of range.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's a very valid question to ask. I think it boils down to that's Tesla's only option, right? They're not making gasoline and electric cars, so they have to survive because they put all of their chips, all of their eggs in one basket with electric vehicles, and they have to succeed with the electric powertrain. And I think that potentially some automakers are maybe not as serious as Tesla. And Elon Musk actually shared when he accepted the Golden Steering Wheel Award in Germany recently that the reason why other automakers are a little bit farther behind is because you have to deal with internal politics of the company. You also have this new technology that if you decide to invest capital into as a traditional automaker, you can't afford to be wrong in that case because the stakes are higher for these larger companies. So for a young company like Tesla, who really pioneered the modern electric vehicle, yes, they did have everything to lose, but they were also a smaller company, less known, less capital to be able to make bigger waves.
Yeah, it's really kind of a case of the innovator's dilemma where you have a situation at Tesla where if they don't make a successful electric vehicle, everybody goes home. They're all fired. There's no company, right? But you've got kind of the converse situation at a legacy auto company. They've got this mature internal combustion engine technology that's profitable. And you've got this EV technology where the batteries are so expensive that it's really difficult to offer a profitable vehicle. So are you going to tell people to buy your unprofitable new EV instead of your profitable new ICE sedan? It's the other scenario. Everyone, is going to get hurt business-wise if you push too hard on the EVs. So I think you really still do have a situation where they don't want EVs to take off just yet. It wouldn't be good for them.
I guess on the converse, I'll add that these traditional automakers are benefiting because of Tesla's initial investment into the automotive industry. So, there's a part of me that's like, okay, give them a slight pass for their initial EVs. But then there's another part of me that thinks these companies have watched Tesla take the biggest risk in the automotive industry in terms of electrification. now these big automotive companies should be able to stand on the shoulders of Tesla and everything, all of the risk that Tesla has put into it. So, I look at both angles, and these are the companies that have the most money to spend on new programs. They should be putting out a better product than what they are. I'm calling out Porsche because the EPA range just came out at 201 miles, and for a $150,000 car, it's a little bit of a soapbox for me. They should have come out with a better product.